Hello, this is another tough video, tell a friend video, and this time on how manipulation really works. And now the thing is, in order to manipulate, let's draw, a person here. That's a person, and then there is available information. So I draw that here. So I write in info, yeah, in this. So information. So. Now this person needs to get to this information, but as we know from the game, where the kids whisper something in the ear of somebody and then it passes on, and after 20 people, 20 kids, the information is gone. We have something similar here, but very much more complicated than just a chain of 20 kids whispering. Now the thing is, in order to understand how this info gets to us, I'd like to introduce the three-brain model here, and because I need to come to that in a while. The information goes into one of these brains, depending on how the brains are structured and in what state they are. And now let's look at this information where we actually think, well, this information is unbiased. But no, there is actually a layer around it which is like a distortion. So distortion, yeah? And the distortion is often not deliberately, it's just because you haven't read it or so on. But in many cases, especially when you look at Corona and also lobby work and so on, it is by some people, I call them here lobby, so I put lobbyists, and here I like to put the cui bono question to it. So who takes profit? So who profits from this? And then it's usually relatively clear who disturbs this information. Now, how is information disturbed? And now the thing is, I would say there is things we invent to it and things we take away from this info. So it's something like this, so the information that I have is stuff where people have invented wrong information, so invented, and it's maybe those, or maybe somebody even not deliberately invented, yeah? And then there is information that was actually removed. So we cancel information, remove, we pay somebody to not publish something, and so on. So that means if we now there is a lot of people say getting the information is a passive work. No, very, very important is it's active. It's something, if you are not active in gaining information, then I think you already lose, you lost in terms of if you look for the truth. Now, if you look at this person, for example, then he will look actively, I hope. Otherwise, the information, sometimes the information is given, if you look, for example, you draw, this is information, that's something like that. We look at it. So a part of that information is actually the information itself. So I draw it in green. And then we have something here where somebody removed information and then somebody distorted the information, introduced information. And so that means if now a person looks to extract that information, this person, it depends now where he wants to look, but he goes into this information and he sees some of this and then a distorted view of it. That is what we usually see. And now the thing is, and now we come to, if this person is a truth seeker, so if his vision is truth, and there's hardly anybody, I would say it's kind of a low percentage, let's say 1% of people are like this. They have the vision to be scientifically searching for the truth all the time. And now, what does that mean to this person that actually drills into information all the time, tries to drill as much into the information and not get stuck in this red area, that's one of the things. And when he discovers, drill further, drill further, here's the information, so it's an active process. And if he has the vision to look for truth, then that means he accepts everything that comes out of his research, active research, he accepts, and he constantly searches for more details, more info, even if that means that he has to change his belief, what he thought. But now the thing is, this person says, and that's one of his kind of the fixed belief is, there is no perfection. Nowhere. There's nowhere perfection. And that is the Socrates quote, I know that I don't know. So there is no perfection. And it doesn't matter. He still is happy if there is no perfection. Well, it is like it is, and we don't know, maybe tomorrow we know more. And if I look at this person is obviously a truth seeker, and he will drill into this chunk, red and black information. So black is the real information, and red is the layer that actually protects from seeing this info, often by lobbyists, deliberately distorted. Now, if I look at another person, and again, the 3-brain model, if this person has in his belief system, there is perfection. Yeah? If he believes there is perfection, and he has selected external thinking, the leader tells me, or a dogma, some rules, fixed rules, some book says this is how it is. And that means this person has given that to the leader, and he believes in perfection. So the leader is perfect, and there is perfect information, and I need to be perfect. And if he thinks I need to be perfect, or the leader needs to be perfect, then it is, I have always been right, even in the past. So if I thought something half a year ago, I had been right. So he thinks that he has been right, because if he says, wait, he didn't write it well, the dogma is maybe a little bit off, and maybe the information is other, he rewrites his past, and he rewrites the past, which for him is terrible, because he had been not perfect, he had done an error, while this person says, yeah, so what? Yeah, fine. There's no perfection. I wasn't perfect that time. I didn't know. Whereas this person has a huge problem. And this means what he now does is he accepts whatever fits his leader. So I put that in red, the check mark in red. If he sees something here, he sees something here, he sees something here, he stops once that thing complies to what the leader says, what the dogma says, what his rules say. So that, and then he's fine. He looks for one piece of information and says, fine, done, I'm fine. I have always been right. And so he cannot admit errors, and so on. So we have these two types of people: no perfection, perfectionist. And now the question is now, where are you? So who are you? That is my question. Am I this person? Or am I this person? Am I an open-minded person that accepts everything, that accepts how it is, that constantly searches for? So maybe today he saw this, and then he digs deeper. And at a certain stage he comes to something, and then, he comes out and he's puzzled. He says, wow, what is that? What is that? Why? And he digs deeper, and he develops something. He discusses with other people, discussion. Well, how is it? And they all discuss this. And this is actually where I want to live. This is my world. But what I've seen is we have a low percentage. So we have something like, let's say, 1 to 5% of people that are in this camp. And I would say there is 95 to 99% that are mainly playing in this camp. Why? It's much easier here. It's much easier here. No responsibility. It hurts to change a belief system and so on. So this vision to look for the truth is tough. That is really, really tough. And this one is so easy. The leader said so. It's written there. These are the rules. Fine. I found the evidence here, here, and here. Done. Whereas this one, it's a rabbit hole. He drills deeper and says, wow, that is incredible. What is that? What is that? I need to reread. And we usually don't have the time. Then we discuss it with others. And, so this one is maybe 100 times more tiring than this. And that is why most of the people are on this side. And now my question is, who are you? This one or this one? Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.